Oxytocin, the brain's signal for trust, bonding, and social safety. Oxytocin is often called the love hormone. It is linked to bonding, it is linked to trust, and it is frequently described as the chemical behind connection and intimacy. But oxytocin is not simply about love or warmth. Oxytocin is about social safety. It helps the brain decide who is safe, who is familiar, and when it is appropriate to relax, connect, and rely on others. To understand attachment, trust, and social behavior, we need to understand oxytocin properly. The history of oxytocin begins in the early 20th century. Oxytocin was first identified in 1976 by British physiologist Henry Dale, who discovered that extracts from the pituitary gland caused uterine contractions. The name oxytocin comes from Greek words meaning quick birth. For decades, oxytocin was studied primarily as a hormone involved in childbirth and lactation. Later, scientists discovered that oxytocin is also released in the brain, where it acts as a neuromodulator, influencing emotion and social behavior. This shifted oxytocin from being viewed as a reproductive hormone to a key social chemical. So what does oxytocin actually do? At its core, oxytocin reduces fear and increases social approach. It helps dampen threat responses, particularly in social contexts. When oxytocin is active, the brain becomes more sensitive to social cues, facial expressions, tone of voice, and emotional signals from others. Oxytocin does not create trust automatically. Instead, it amplifies social relevance. It strengthens bonds that already exist and increases attention to social information. Oxytocin plays a crucial role in attachment. It is released during childbirth, breastfeeding, and close physical contact. These releases help form strong bonds between parents and infants. Oxytocin supports caregiving behavior by reducing stress and increasing sensitivity to others' needs. This is one reason early social experiences have such a powerful impact on emotional development. Oxytocin is also involved in romantic and social bonding. Physical touch, prolonged eye contact, and shared emotional experiences can trigger oxytocin release. This promotes feelings of closeness and emotional safety. However, oxytocin does not make everyone trustworthy. It increases bonding within groups, which can sometimes increase distance from outsiders. This highlights that oxytocin is about bonding, not universal kindness. Oxytocin also interacts with stress systems. It can reduce activity in brain regions associated with fear and threat. This allows people to feel calmer in the presence of trusted others. In supportive social environments, oxytocin helps buffer stress and promote resilience. In unsafe or hostile environments, oxytocin may heighten awareness of social threats instead. Here are 5 everyday examples of oxytocin at work. First, when physical affection makes you feel calm and safe, oxytocin is helping reduce stress responses. Second, when a baby calms in response to a caregiver's voice or touch, oxytocin is supporting attachment and regulation. Third, when shared laughter or emotional moments strengthen friendships, oxytocin is reinforcing social bonds. Fourth, when trust builds gradually through repeated positive interactions, oxytocin is helping encode social safety. Fifth, when being with familiar people makes challenges feel more manageable, oxytocin is buffering stress. There are several important facts about oxytocin that are often misunderstood. Oxytocin does not automatically make people kind or generous. It strengthens existing social bonds rather than creating trust out of nothing. Oxytocin can increase in-group bonding and out-group caution. It acts both as a hormone in the body and a neuromodulator in the brain. Oxytocin interacts closely with dopamine, serotonin, and stress hormones. Disruptions in oxytocin systems are linked to attachment difficulties and social anxiety. So what is the big picture? Oxytocin is not simply the love hormone. It is the brain's social safety signal. It helps reduce fear, strengthen bonds, and support connection with trusted others. If dopamine drives pursuit, norepinephrine signals urgency, acetylcholine sharpens clarity, glutamate carries information, GABA provides braking, serotonin stabilizes mood, and endorphins provides relief. Oxytocin provides connection. It tells the brain, you are safe with these people. Understanding oxytocin helps explain attachment, trust, bonding, and why social support is one of the most powerful regulators of stress and well-being.
If you enjoyed our channel, please click subscribe.